Hello friends, welcome back to Nimble Prerana channel. This channel gives you information about study in Japan, life in Japan and day-to-day life, what is happening in Japan, and also you can find the information about some of the travel vlogs and your experiences from the people I'll be interviewing as a podcast experiences. So please check the videos if you are new to this channel. So coming to this video, I'll be speaking about the credit cards in Japan, some of the salient features, the interesting features. Some are good, some are bad, some are difficult to handle. So all these things about Japan credit cards I have listed about 9 points roughly. So I'll be sharing all these things. So if you're planning to live in Japan, if you're curious about Japanese credit cards, maybe this video is for you. Let's get into details. They have this pay in 2 times option. So every time when we go in the shops and shopping area, they will ask like you want 1 time or you want 2 times. Like they'll ask how many times you want. It's very common, and it may be obvious. They will ask you to split the fare, so they get interested. But I find one interesting information here. So if you are using like let's say 2 times, I have checked online and even I have experienced it. Only you can do when you buy the tools or when you check online shopping. Some online shoppings they won't allow 2 times payment. That also I've experienced. And also the shopping when you go to shops 2 times, even it is 300 and 100 and they can split to 2 times. So 2 times means there will be no interest. If it is 3 times, there will be interest added up from the credit card company. So don't go for 3 times, but 2 times it's very obviously you can use. That is 2 times payment without interest. It was very convenient. Like you can split let's say coming month and again one more month. Maybe most of the times it is possible to split the 2 times. It will make your monthly bill little bit moderate, and then you can control it. So that's one suggestion if you are new for this one. If you don't know about this explanation, the 2 times payment is very useful. Japanese credit cards offers this one. Almost all the Japanese credit cards we can say. For example, I have seen with Rakuten credit card and also the SMBC Sumitomo Mitsui Sumitomo Bank SMBC Bank NL card, and also I've seen with the PayPay JCB card. So this also I've seen, and I've seen with my friend Saison card also. So this is possible 2 times split payment in the shops. The second one, split or revolving pay. Ataborae bunkatsuborai. They say it's like they will give you after billing you have for before 5 days of the actual payment or 6 days of the actual payment, you will get the chance to split until that day if you want to say split or revolving payment. So this is another thing people may don't notice. There is some critical observations I made. So the split pay, if you split let's say 10 times 5 times, the interest will come both split and revolving pay. But split pay will make you stick to the schedule. Let's say you committed for 10 months and you want to clear the debt after 5 months or 3 months. You got some additional financial cash flows, but you cannot clear this one, the split payment. It will extend the duration. You have to manage. You cannot do that. But in the revolving pay, what happens is in revolving pay you can actually split. Now let's say you have put a revolving pay like 10,000 yen this time, and next month you can pay you can choose how much you want to pay. Like split revolving pay, basically it merges all the money, and then you can choose a small amount every month, like constant payment every month. But the another interesting point I like in revolving pay is that let's say I split it this month 10,000, and next month I got my budget balance, the cash flow in the financials are good, and I want to pay off early, and I don't want to remember the next coming months. Then I have a chance with the revolving pay, but not with the split payment, because revolving pay I can go with the card, and especially I checked with SMBC and even other cards. I think it will work. So I can go to ATM and then I can pay my revolving pay on spot ahead of the deadline. I don't need to wait for the deadline. But the split pay later you cannot do that one. Even the next billing you can increase the revolving pay easily, but not the split payment. So that's the second point I noticed. The third point, the point system. The point system, it's very crazy. The point system in Japan, they get like 2%, 1%, like 1 point for 200 yen and 2 point for 200 yen. And some credit card, let's say you buy through my card like Rakuten Travel, and I get you 3 points for 200 yen, and some people say even like more. So this point system is very interesting, and I had some silly experience. Like please don't do this one. So this when I use my credit card in the first month, and I'm kind of like whether to use or not to use. I was kind of confused, but first time my SMBC 2O card, they gave me some 2000 points, welcome points, and I don't know how to operate, and it got expired after, I realized after 6 months or 5 months, and by the time some points got expired and I cannot reuse. So please don't neglect. The points are very interesting or useful. If you are not aware, please check your account application. Sometimes you need to convert the points. Like Rakuten, you can directly use in the shops, but the SMBC points you need to convert if you want to use either to equal to cash or else equal to the points and then pay in the shops. So these things are very useful, and I miss to do that sometimes, so please don't do this one. The point system is very good. That is interesting point I noticed with the Japanese system. In India also we've seen, but not so often this system, but in Japan it's very common, and you get sometimes 3000 and 5000, and also sometimes based on your bills, sometimes you buy bigger items. The next one, the call services to third person. This is another interesting and first time for me, as I noticed. Maybe it's common, but I think, let me tell you, you comment whether it is new or it's already seen, let me know. So when I called to my credit card company to inquire something, and I wanted to ask this particular thing, I want to split the money, and then I told the person, please do this one, and they speak in Japanese and I cannot understand, and then I wanted my friend to help me out. He is willing to help, and I'm okay to share my details because he's my friend, known friend, or maybe my lab mates. But this company person said no. Even the person is Japanese, this person is Japanese, they said no. I'm shocked. Why? He's my friend, I'm okay to. For one time, not one time, 2-3 times they said no. One time they accepted. Even yesterday I could handle like that in one of the incident, so we can speak. But they don't believe your friend, but the customer will talk to you directly if you can speak Japanese. Otherwise, they believe their own interpreter, like they have the interpreter and the translator. They will believe them. So they'll connect to another person, and then the third person will talk to you, and they'll put a conference call with the English speaking person and Japanese speaking and you. So this is another thing. You can share your card details through him, but not through your friend. Maybe, I don't know, there may be some past experiences. So your friend will know your card details, but maybe we think they won't check and all, but there may be some issues. So that's the crazy part I observed. So let me know if you have such experiences. The next one, rejections, online occupation in contract, especially the credit card online application. It is most recently it's they are trying to implement the automation, online automation, and they are rejecting the applications way rigorously than normal the credit cards application. So basically based on the occupation, and based on your annual income, and based on your additional living contracts, every month expenses. So I think there are some gray things in the rejections we cannot interpret and decode, but yeah, this is the reality, and it finds something curious, and I don't find the counter to apply and get it sometimes. So that's another thing, rejections. And if you plan to withdraw the cash, this may be similar, but the application, it's very serious thing, not similar. It's during application, if you put like you want to withdraw cash, it's not just like you want to use for shopping. There is a high chance your credit card will get rejected. When I see for online resource for suggestions, many sites they recommended this one, like you apply but you choose not to spend the cash, but you choose only for shopping. So your card I don't use for, you are giving assurance, so they will give you approval. So that is another thing. So you don't plan to use for cash. In India, I think there are some ways people do, like I think here also people do, but I don't see it so often, that you pay through this wallet and you get the money, and I didn't see in Japan that way. That also interest comes, but not so much, but here that option is not there. So next one, not all the stores accepts, but you should heard, but the most, not all the shops, but the most. Not all the shops, but most of them are accepting, because only the few stores I have seen in the past few years, most of them are accepting credit cards. Maybe I don't go for too many restaurants, so maybe that's another thing, I'm not sure, but the restaurants I went, they're accepting. The Indian stores, most of them they're not accepting. Maybe the payment system automation, we don't know, but some of them they're accepting. And it's good to have if you are kind of it saves your time sometimes, just bill by yourself or pay quickly without counting up coins and all. So that's another thing. So the credit cards you must have, it's good to have, but not all shops accepts it. But yes, you heard it right, some shops accepts, some shops don't accept. The next point, the 8th number, I seen some of my Japanese friends or even international friends don't use credit cards still. Recently I experienced one of my classmate who had here almost few years now, and who was not planning to use credit card at all. And even my Japanese friends, they told they cannot believe the credit card company. It's even the history why Japanese are cash based, there is some logic behind this one, similar logic. So they don't believe the systems, and when there is a financial crash or something, they are afraid of the issues happening. So all these things are there, but still people don't use that. People are still there even this century. So I find it interesting, so I'm sharing this point. The next point, the last point, some services are very easy with credit cards, such as contracts, especially the utilities and the online services, and the ticket booking. So it's very easy. Even the extra luggage payment in the airport, it is very easy with the credit card. So this discussion brings to next topic. Please subscribe if you are new to this channel. So I'll be speaking the more videos like this. So this topic I will expand more about the utilities in the house contract. And that gives you points, and additionally sometimes they give you extra campaign points. Like I'll be sharing more about that in the next video. Please do subscribe and support, and I hope this information makes your life in Japan more smoother and lively. And even if you are outside of Japan watching this video, it will help you to understand more about what is happening in Japan in the day-to-day life, what we experience. So thank you, stay tuned, have a good day. Thank you.